Now, we can see that we have the stick man here before something else is interrupted through added sound. It's like music sound, and we have different symbols for the sound. So you can have a music symbol, you can have another sound that looks in a different way, and they're corresponding from one to the other, and its symbols almost like a music note for that. We've had come up with our project idea, and that's within WMML. This can be shared, so you have planned this. You have feedback or non-feedback or less responsive feedback with that. You will have project 0 to project 1. You would have it in email or Discord. So the budget it can be discussed yet, not disclosed yet. So let's understand something new. We can open Word, so LibreOffice, along with using Paint and a Paint image that's going to be in the Word LibreOffice, copied from MS Paint to put into Writer, LibreOffice Writer. So we will have colors. They represent a certain race in the game. They have certain rights to certain places or territories, just like how animals work. Different species of animals work. The way that different species of animals work. The rules and the laws. The rules and the laws. The colors that can change into a different shape and have same color. Color can change as well. Right? So we're writing this down. It's making sense. We are writing while we're talking, and we even can put the example into this. Let's say that this circle is by itself blank. We section them off as, if it's put as 1. Now what we try to do is we can change its properties to be transparent. It could be changed. It can add a hyperlink. We could change we can put it with properties. It is possible to drag it or to resize it. So we can make it into a square within function, but now this is LibreOffice, so it can be moved this way. We don't need to always rely on box spot. The circle here is listed under 1. So if anything, we can have a verbal discussion, and you can see how advanced the project is going to be. And also while I describe it too, so I can have a video that describes it and see what I say. I start, stop, and you can click, I click, and I make my opinion. So 1A, you can watch YouTube video of me and Leonard, and myself can watch myself on YouTube while I explain something, okay? Simultaneously, yep. And Leonard on a live call. Okay, so that's within the best moment is to do now. Thank you again. 1 hour and 2 minutes, yeah. Coin spot, just like, yep. We can right click on it. We can feel, okay, the character gets jealous, so we can have a mood thing for the character. Character mood. A square can represent how the character is feeling, just like The Sims. Please open document. So this would be project 0 and project 1 advanced. So this could be a title. We want to make this into a title. Let me save this first as project 0 and project 1 advanced above. Can write these things within our own time. We can shape it. We can chat about it. We can learn to use the functions within these programs and to present the information and to put them nicely and to put them together and to put them in a subtitle or a text. Don't blame and we can change to 28. We can change that 28 to 21. And then colors, they represent a certain race in the game. So you can have a character mode, and it's like a Sims video game where you see the character expressing its moods through action, but that doesn't need to be added to projects. Because of that reason, yes, and it has been clearly listed. We have entirely focused on this one thing. Like today I went through boxing and I focused only on boxing mainly. Now you can see that this has been narrowed down. From this to this, we can again create it so we can separate the image and give the file its name. So the game in project briefcase file, if the game of project file that moves a symbol of a file, it can maybe be a briefcase. Okay, summarize, and you have questions, you can watch the video and see me explain. Maybe there are some things that I didn't explain, what was not quite clear. Where's the law or the account of action? But then the list of this can some of the game doesn't have its function yet, but can be potentially later added. Okay. Not too early or not too quick, but then not too far ahead, or plan for the future, or plan for the very far future. Very far future planning. Too early. Future planning. Depends. Too optimistic. The next planning versus the next week planning versus the next year planning. We do this while it's here, the file is available. We can manage file, we can manage time, and we're always learning about the things that we have best control over and the things that we have least control, and the things that we have beyond out of our control, and the things that we cannot do anything about it. So allow yourself to think, not to think too quickly. We can see these dots. This can be an idea, and it has, we can have we don't want to share. Like, I don't want to keep sharing, but this looks cool. Here's what I do. Instead of so if we put it quite messy, we can do a little bit mousy onto Word, which is the easiest. Then we can actually use other programs that may be easier. We don't want things to be affected too soon. We don't want it to have its effect too soon. Go over the website, over the document, we can screenshot the website and then put it onto Blogspot, which without having to type within Blogspot. Okay. Maybe this is work with tab. Yep. Yep, you got to press tab to move to this section because of the image. Now we can copy and paste this, and we can put this to the Word. We can resize it to that extent. We will create a lag when something else simultaneously happens. We can we move this to this? We can. Okay, we can make it bigger. Perfect. These two images are example ideas instead of sending them through Facebook. So design like that, I don't know how it's worth now, but at least this is put into discussion outside of where me and Leonard was, because we have that time within hours of chat, or so trying to reduce time and miscommunication. And it's like, whoever gets the blame, and it can happen, so we don't want that to happen.